Let's jump into the 570. 570 new messages. Holy cow. What up, John? How you doing, buddy? Oh, look at all the guys jumping in, man. We're gonna do a little epic RPG. Let me actually just extend this window out, and I'll close down this chat window a little bit. Well, I don't know why you're not sleeping right now, buddy. You guys will be able to see yourselves in the main chat. Have you dropped any new videos, John? I think you've done some content creation on Conflict of Nations, haven't you? Have you done anything more recently? Let's see what we're gonna do today. Got a couple different channels going here. I figured I would check in with you guys. I know it's been a while, and just have like a conversation. I've done a Conflict of Nations video. I've just decided what I'm going to do with them is going to post them a week after I film them. So I'm getting in the rotation. I started today. The next video will be out Friday so that I don't have people that go into the videos and kind of watch what I'm doing, right? So I guess I could make this window bigger here too, right? To give you guys a little bit more view. Does it help you guys read some of the chat going through there? It's streaming pretty fast. All right. Let's see. We got to go on an adventure. Let's heal up. And then training. What questions do you guys have about Epic RPG? I don't think I do. Did I do this? Oh. I didn't trade them in last time. Shame on me. Alright, let's see you, Muhammad. I can do another. This is the bad part about being ascended is you gotta type so much. So we're doing pretty good. We did go to the 29th time travel yesterday morning. I know that seems crazy because I'm ranked 67, but it goes by very, very quick now. And I did make it up to see you, John. I did make it up to 51 billion, and I got lucky and I got some good enchants. I'm still using a ruby sword and coin armor because I'm only in area 5. So I am just pop the inventory here. I am waiting to hit area 5, but I think I'm gonna be ready in 5 hours or so to go up. But on the timers, and I got a vote coming. I think I voted 8 o'clock this morning, so 8 o'clock tonight. So I'll be able to get 2 more. I'll be A7 probably later on on East Coast time, but yeah, Big Ron. It goes really, really quick. I didn't do 3. I was probably at 27 last week, only because I just hit 29. But it does go extremely quick. So I've got a 547,000 apples saved in area 5 right now. So I've got plenty of farming done. I'll be able to go like super fast on here. That'll go good. The reason I love that they made this change where you can save up all your loot boxes, and I'll show you because right now if I go down and do the RPG time travel command, it'll tell you all the bonuses, right? So I get 1856% extra XP and 928% in a duel, right? So then combine that with the 62% you get for being also in the guild, right? Let's check that. I get another 62% in the guild, and so that's why when I do fights and I win duels, I'm hitting, I think, 6 or 7 levels per duel. That's what pumps up my player levels so much when I get up into these levels because I'm level 67 in area 5. So I know that's kind of crazy, but and by the way, Big Ron, you are super fast when you hit those the catches for the notifications. You're always like in the top 5, man. So I got to give you props on that. And I think I just did a coin, a coin catch. Coin trumpet. Sorry, God, I need more caffeine this morning. So not bad. I do want to point out though, if you haven't seen the new pets thing, which at Time Travel 2, you start unlocking pets. And if you haven't really taken a look at them, this is what you should be stacking up for, is saving pets and stacking these skills that you get with them. It's a little bit difficult because you got to combine pets. The idea is to get all of them, right? So all 4 of these, and then there are 3 of the purples, and then 1 of the yellows, the epic, right? Because then you can ascend your pet. Then your pet actually goes and finds other pets, which is pretty cool, right? So, but they've made some changes to the way you can combine pets on the Fusion. So if I look at Pets 2, you'll see on here, I'm trying to combine these guys here. What's up, Wooden Plank? So I'm trying to combine these guys here. I need more lucky pets, and this chat's going too fast to really put them side by side. That's fine, but these pets now they level up quicker, right? So if I did a Pet Fusion, J and K, before there was never going to be a chance where a 3 and a 1 could combine to a 4, but in the new model, look, it goes to a 4. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? I mean, so don't have the fear of combining your pets now. And one thing that I actually I did not really realize, and this won't matter until you get to time travel like 23 and 24, is that at time travel 25, when you have to fight the new D15, the dungeon 15, it won't be a new dungeon, but new to you, basically. You're going to need 3 tier 4 pets. You need a dog, a cat, and a dragon, all at tier 4. So start saving up for that. Get those pets together, or you're going to struggle when it comes down to it, right? What else can I show you guys? Like, what do you want to see on Epic RPG here? Yeah, if you're tier 2, if you're time travel 2, Big Ron, you can combine those pets. So, if you take a look at them in there, what do we get on this one? I didn't even see what went on there. Yeah, absolutely. You can see the guild on there. Let me just convert these. That's our guild. So we're level 31. We're in the top 3% this week. We don't really care about the guild rank overall, to be honest. Like those, the guild ranks. All you need is 5k energy to get the highest award for the week on the guild stuff. So all we do is upgrade to over 90 stealth. When you do your upgrades during the first 3 or 4 days of the week, and then all of it is just raids after that. So pretty cool. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can do another. I gotta buy a rumpet. Coin trumpet. RPG used coin trumpet. Let's see if it goes. Nope. Cooldown. Oof. We'll go on there. What other questions do you guys have? Who's these blocked messages? Yui. It's weird that they're coming across as blocked, isn't it? What do you think the chances are that's actually the person playing this account? Yeah. Coin rumpet. We'll wait a couple of minutes on it, and then we'll go ahead and blast it. Now, the higher level I get, hey, what's up, Cat? The higher level that I get here, the better the coin drop is. So once I get to like level 150, 160 again up in that area, like it starts dropping 400, 500k, which is really good. What's up with Juicy? Oh my goodness, it's like 7. So it's almost 8 o'clock there. You're up early. What is it? Oh, Pet Adventure. Pet Adventure. Yeah. How long did it take you to get a T9 horse? Man, great question. Thanks, Abo. I will say this. Yeah, pretty busy day. Had to get up early. Yeah. to get a T9 horse, like it's oh, there we go, look at that, 3 mega logs, what up? T9 horse is pretty difficult, and we get lucky. So oh yeah, Big Ron, like when I get another 10 or 15 time travels on here, and my level goes up really super fast, and I'll be in the 300s to 400s. I'll be dropping some big coin trumpets on there. That's the plan. I don't mind giving back to the community as far as like spending my epic coins. I got plenty of them. There's no need to be cheap with them, right? So but back to the T9 horse. I'll tell you this: just do whatever you have to do to breed your horse twice a day. Set your alarm to get up at 3 in the morning. It doesn't matter. Like getting that horse, and I'll show you some of the benefits of a horse. The 100% extra daily and weekly coins, it matters over time. Like running this thing every day and week, getting those extra coins, because the weekly coins get into the millions, right? So the immortality is the first big thing you're going to get on your horse. Like you want that immortality because at those lower levels, losing a level is like, it's just soul wrecking to lose a level on your first time travel. You lose like level 44 and go to 43. Like I wanted to punch a hole in the wall. Like it's crazy. The 5x loot drop boxes, that matters to you, and this won't make a lot of sense until you hit the super time travels. But for super time travels, you have to rack up a score, and the score is based on like you get 1 point. You get 1 point for your. I'm going to answer that question, Ronald. That's a good question too. But you get 1 point for that. So for every level. So if you make the level 200, which you'll need to hit D15 to buy your Ultra Omegas, you're gonna want every bit of score. So you want all these loot boxes. You don't want to open them unless you have to. You want to save them because like a common is 1 point, uncommon's 2, but like your Omegas are worth 50. And I know that you're like, why wouldn't you want to open up an Omega loot box? But you'll understand when you get to those higher levels. When you are at 1,750 points total, you super time travel and you get 10 ultra logs at level 1, area 1. When you break them down, you automatically start with over 800,000 fish, and so you no longer have to farm, which is in there. So this drop box to X5 is incredibly important. This will save you a ton of money, right? So breed your horse every 12 hours. Find a breeding partner, set your watches, and do that, right? Benjamin, I did the same thing actually. Like everybody hated me. I don't know. I got on and like the first week I was already T5, and then like within the next week I was T8, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, how did you get the T8 so fast?" I'm like, "I just got lucky on my breeds." But then it took me 2.5 months to get from T8 to T9, and I literally had multiple partners. And I remember it was the Halloween event, which has got me from T8 to T9 because I ended up with like 20 sleepy potions or whatever. And Kitsune and I, we just literally sat there, drank a potion, went through it, got through. So here's the rest of the rewards on there. I'm going to go down to chat so I can kind of watch what's going on with chat. But so we literally drank a sleepy potion, did our dungeon, did our arena, did our horse breed, did all of our commands, drank a potion. We did that. I think I got mine on like the 4th potion. It went from T8 to T9. I was like, dude, I'm sorry. And then he went, him and Agent David started breeding, and then he got his, and David was like, come on, man. Like, can I get my horse upgraded? But that's a super, super important one. PRs, Ramadan, yeah, that would be nice, the PR, but they already are. So if you do RPG World, you're already getting a bonus on the worker. Like this week is a 10% XP on the worker command. And then if you hit these different drop monsters, you can get different bonuses as well. But if you look at the PR command, so like this is important too, right? So when you start, and these are all at 0, like they're incredibly hard to move for most of them. And I would say this, like the most important one to work in the beginning is Crafter, and everyone debates differently on this one. So the reason when you get Crafter up so high, there's a 90% chance that you'll refund 10% of your materials. So if it costs you 100 mega logs to make 10 hyper logs, you're gonna actually get 10 mega logs if you get the bonus, right? So that starts to save you. Then when you create an ultra log, which takes 250,000 logs, you're gonna if you get the crafting procs, you're gonna end up with 25,000 extra logs. Imagine how long that takes to farm 25,000 logs, right? So anyway, you'll want to work crafter first, but everybody differs. Like most people say, take it all the way to 100 first, like right up. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. Like what I did was I took crafter to about 80%, right? I think it was like 75, 80% on crafter. And the reason why is that I then turned and sold all the remaining logs that I had into apples to make money for my next run, right? And so then when I went to the next on time travel 2, then I made sure crafter will work automatically on its own as you're doing it, right? So you don't have to worry about per se working on crafter. And then what I did was my pets are coming back. Then what I did was turn around and started to work on, let me get back in there. Do you think I can get T8 in a week? Man, if you can get T8 in a week, man, that'd be great. So then once you get crafter up over to 75 in the 80 range, you're going to work on merchant next. And I'll explain why. Because merchant's going to give you like a really high value when you sell stuff. The higher the merchant is, the more your apples are worth, right? So like I'll show you this right now. RPG sell apple 1, right? So I can sell an apple right now for 9,858 on the coins. Like that. Let's get back up to this. There we go. Professions. So when you sell 1,000,000 apples and you end up with like whatever the million that times is, like, right? So you end up with let's do the math, right? So let me go into the all bots room. This is what I like about playing in the all bots rooms is that you can do OWO math, and I can say 1898. Was that how much an apple? Let me do it. RPG sell apple 1. So OWO math 9858 times, let's say 1,000,000. It'll tell you, like, if you sold this many apples, you would get basically, that's 3, you get 9 billion coins, basically. So you get almost 10 billion for selling that amount of apples, and because you see how amazing that's going to help you out, right? So when you work on those commands, now this is why I like to play in the all bots room, and you'll see a bunch of people that are playing in here because you can play all the bots literally one time. So if you wanted to do the idle miner, which I kind of dig. I kind of play these in between my cooldowns for the other ones, and then you can hunt and fish. But so anyway, but when you do the professions, so you'll work crafter, you'll get it to 75 or 80, then you'll work your merchant to 100, right? And this is all a setup now to then work the other ones. Now, all along, the worker and the loot boxer are raising, right? Because you're buying your loot boxes and you're opening them. If you're raising your horse to T7, T8, T9, you're getting more loot boxes and you're opening it, plus you're purchasing your edgies. You're going to be able to purchase edgies because you've raised your merchant, right? So there's an order to it that's going to make sense. So crafter to 75, 80, merchant to 100, because crafter will go up on its own. What's up, Beam? And then what you're going to do is all the money that you get from here, you're going to be raising your horse slowly in level, right? So you're going to say, hey, each time travel, I'll raise my horse like 2 or 3 levels or whatever. And then you're going to be doing your enchanting. So on the enchanting thing, you're going to wait until you get up into that, where is it at? On the command transmute, right? So once you can actually access level 13, you've saved a ton of money. Now you're going to go in and you're going to work your transmute. It's going to make it so much quicker. You don't care about the enchant. You're just trying to raise it to 100, and I'll tell you why that matters is because when you get to 100, now you can start and get these unlocked, right? These get unlocked at the higher time travels. They make a huge difference. Look, I'm in A5. I don't have to rely on anybody to carry. I've got a full defense here at 306. Basically, I can go all the way to D8 with no help, right? All I need is to get as a partner to go in there. I craft just recipes. What else do you recommend to craft? I'm not sure of that question. Are you talking about to get your crafter thing here? That's going to be when you're that's going to be, Pedro, when you're doing your logs. So at the end of your time travel, which I see you, Beam, get ready to type. I see you. at the end of your time travel, when you have all your logs that are left over after you've crafted everything, you're gonna when you type in basically RPG time travel, and this is how you double check. If it says yes, no up here, you're gonna click no, and because that's when you know you can time travel. You're gonna sell your edgies, or your ultra edgies or whatever you have. You're gonna get you're gonna get those all sold off, but you're gonna get everything converted to logs. What you're gonna do is you're gonna then turn around and you're going to craft 1,000 epic logs, and you're just gonna over and over and over again until it says you can't craft anymore. You're gonna dismantle them all to logs again, and then you're gonna go back and do epic, 1,000 epic logs again. You're just gonna do it over and over again until you can't craft it all, and then you're gonna sell the rest as apples, right? Now the reason you're gonna do that is because you're gonna work that crafting command up to 7580 and then get through, right? So you want to get this crafting command up to 7580 because it will raise to 100 on its own without you having to nice beam, nice. You're gonna get up to 100 from 75 to 100 on your crafting without wasting materials at that point, right? Is if you go all the way to 100 and you get it all the way, it's cool because you have a higher percent chance to proc at 10%, but then you're just not going to worry about that. All you want to do is get it into a high enough level where more often than not, you're getting that proc to save the 10% on materials, but you're going to then convert those materials to sell to merchant 100, and then you're going to get your enchanting to 100 after that, right? So then all you'll have left is worker and loot boxer really to worry about. And I will say this, like, the worker command was the hardest for me. I can't sit at my computer and just hammer away all day. If I didn't have, I can't even see this. That's what's hard about these channels is I've got to scan them. When I say don't ping me, because I'm not really going to see it. There we go. Do you think I can get T8 in a week? No, probably not, but you should be trying for it, right? No. See, when I get pinged, I just can't ever find them. So it's not that I'm being rude. I just can't ever find them. So let me go back into this All Bots channel. All right, good luck, Big Rowan, on that one. So that's probably the what I feel is the best way, and I'll talk about the recipes things in a second. As far as the new ice cream, I find that, like, I needed help. I didn't need help on Loot Boxer. I could do the every 4 hours, right? It wasn't hard for me to log in most of the time every 4 hours and get it. I made the best. So what I would do is I obviously bought the level 3 donor thing because I wanted to support the game at $5 a month. That is the cheapest form of entertainment that I'll ever have. I can't even go to the movies for $5, right? So even if I go to the dollar movie, I still got to get a popcorn and a drink. That's still going to be a $15 to $20 deal. So for $5 to support the devs, if there's any way to do it, go support them, buy that, get the 35% cooldowns, right? And what TT did you ascend? I'm on TT 4, 1157. Yeah, I was, again, Ramadan, I'm a slow player, and this is kind of what I'm walking through to explain is that my worker command took so long for me because I couldn't be on every 38 seconds to hit, like, a chainsaw or whatever it was, right? So I had to be strategic on what I was doing. Now, I could get the loot boxer every 4 hours, so that wasn't a problem. I didn't want to combine mats to boost this up as quick as possible, right? So I just didn't want to do that. I didn't think it would be a smart use of my thing because I was going to be able to get loot boxer raised higher, and I ended up completing loot boxer before I did worker, right? So worker was my last one, and that one took me the longest. I did combine some of the mats, and so what they're referring to is the RPG. I think it's in the recipes. No, RPG recipes. It's been so long since I've used these commands. Sorry, there we go. So I had to actually make these banana pickaxes, and these are so expensive to make. 6 megas. Oh my gosh, it was so much, to do one pickaxe, and I was doing like 50 of them at a time, right? So what do I think about the fruit ice cream? Honestly, that's it could save you, it could save you some supplies to do the fruit ice cream versus just selling them and doing it the other way. So I don't know. It could work if you have extra supplies. If you farm a lot, you could. But those banana pickaxes, man, it pained me to do them, and I I mean, I was using like 3 million logs at a whack to convert over. It was just crazy, crazy. So just do your commands as often as possible. I would say if you're like me, I work a full-time job, 50 hours a week. I commute, most days, 3 days a week to work. It's another 6 hours of commuting for me. I'm dedicating like 60 hours a week to work, just to work. Then I'm married. I go to church. I have a men's group. I have a lot of things that I do. And so like playing this game is kind of something that I use to fill in between the gaps, right? So if I look at it, I'm like, what's the most efficient way for me to level and to stay up with everybody else? Because you can see like I'm ranked 87th of all players in the world, right? So how did I get there? There's my theory of getting experience and doing this is that, if this was Call of Duty, if this was any other game like a World of Warcraft where you have to physically be at a PC playing, I would just be an average player. Like, I just would. Because I can't sit at my PC for hours on time to grind and do stuff, right? That's why my worker command was so slow to raise up. Because nobody else could do the worker command for me. I physically had to press the buttons, right? But when it came to the EXP, and the biggest ones are, I'll show you on the commands. The biggest one is this quest, Epic Quest, right? So I bred until I got a special horse, and then I bought horse tokens with my thing to save my special horse so I can do an Epic Quest. Like right now, I'm typically getting about $1,600,000 in XP from a level 15 Epic Quest. So you can see how fast that helped. Like I did an Epic Quest early, I got 3 levels from it, when I had transcended. So it makes a big difference. This is Epic RPG, David. So it was kind of neat. Then the next one's going to be duel because my guild's so high, right? And then adventure, and then training, and then hunt. And so if you look at the cooldowns on the timer, like I can't be at my PC to hunt every 38 seconds. Like I just can't do it. I can't do my chainsaw every 3 minutes. It's impossible for me. So what I would do is I would say every 45 minutes I would log in and do my adventure, right? To make sure, just to make sure I was getting the max XP. I knew that it was like about every 40 minutes for adventure, every 10 minutes for training. And so as I would look and I would come through and want to raise up my player, then I would go through and make sure I was hitting those bigger ticket items on there, right? So then I would make sure that I would buy my loot box every 4 hours. So I would look at my watch. If it was 11, I would try to log back in about 11:45, hit my adventure, my training, my hunt, pick up any loot boxes or things that I could pick up at that time. So I had to make the most of it. And that's why Worker took me so long, is because you can play games on Discord. Absolutely, man. Like little games. That's what I was actually just explaining, the difference between me playing like a Call of Duty or World of Warcraft. This game I can play on my phone anywhere, right? So I get in my car, I'm at a stoplight, I flip open my phone, bang out a couple of commands, turn my phone off, drive, hit the next stoplight, open it up, hit another couple of commands, and then get to work, hit a couple of commands. Like this sort of thing that you can play on a Discord makes it so much easier to continue to level up. And then if I'm sitting at home at night and we're watching TV and, I just want to hang out with my wife and spend time with her, we can watch that. We can watch TV and I can just flip through this game and hit different things, right? So, well, that's what I said. At a stoplight, Juicy. At a stoplight. I could be at a stoplight and play the game. Let me see. These pets still aren't back yet. But you can see I got 2 hyper logs, which is nice, right? Because those are 25,000 logs apiece. So that saves another 50,000 logs from farming right there. And then if I go into my inventory, right now I'm in the phase where I can break them down. I can break them down and make a pretty good return on them. So let's see. Now they're not worth this when you break them down because you lose 20% of the value, right? So if we had different rules in Canada, you Canadians, if you break them down, you're going to lose 20% every breakdown on here. So you're going to see at the end, we're not going to have the same return as if it was worth 50,000 still, and you'll see how little they're actually worth. This big log. Oh, those 50,000 are worth 20,480 once you break them down. Yeah, Avic, this game, it's super addicting too. You would think for a simple kind of crawler, dungeon crawler style game, leveling up, that it would just I would lose interest. I've been playing it since June of last year. So anyway, so that's the conversion of the logs, 50,000 down to 20,480. But now keep in mind when you do your trades, you're gonna get that back so many more times. So we're gonna trade this to we're gonna trade it to fish, right? So we got another 10,000 fish. Actually, we're not gonna trade it to fish. Sorry, I'm a little bit higher level than that. Let's trade it back into logs, and then we're gonna trade it to apples. Nope. You need ultra edgy sword. And then there's where you get the command on the forge. You're gonna need to have another ultra log, 10 epic fish, and 20 scales to go. So what we're doing here, we're back up on our trades. We've got 550,000 apples or whatever. So remember, like when you trade these back out on the next level, and what I do is I put these little guides in the pins. So in each channel you get into, you can look at the pin. So at D5, we're gonna get a 3-to-1. We're gonna get a 15-to-1 trade on apples, right? So if I have 550,000 apples, right? Let's go in. If I do OWO math. 550,000 apples times 15, because that's going to be the conversion ratio, right? So that's going to convert over into 8 million logs. So you got that, right? Like it's a 15-to-1 conversion. That's why you trade on here on the map. You just follow these simple maps, right? So you're going to go to apples where I'm at, and then on the next one, it's going to go basically to 15-to-1. For apples to logs, and then you're going to keep logs until D8, and then you're going to trade those logs back to apples, right? Because you're going to go from a 15-1 trade to 8, and then it's a Clicker Heroes. Not quite Clicker Heroes. I loved it, though. I loved it. And then you're going to get another 50% upgrades to there. So let's say if I took these 8,000 logs, and I got 50% upgrade, or 8 million logs, it would be 8 plus 4, and then which would be 12, and then 12 plus 6, which would be 18 million logs by the end. So follow the trades. It's going to be one of the best ways to boost on there. What's up, Truyo? I want to ask a question. Should I stay in TT5 or farm and hunt H in A13 for a long time to Ascended? It depends on. I always said I was going to farm, and some of the guys. All right, well, David, go ahead and take off, man. It's your choice what you want to consume for content, buddy. You don't got to stay here. Would I stay and farm? I always said I would, but I would get bored after a half a day, and I would just ascend. Now, the reason I would is because I would do... on here, I would do this time travel because I was getting the extra monster drops. I was getting the extra items and the working commands. It made more sense. Yeah, I knew it was coming. I had him on radar, and I moved all my troops out of those areas. I actually talked about it on the video that I'm going to post Friday. You'll see what I was doing on there, what I was up to. So, I'm out of that game anyway. I'm a one-man coalition at this point, so I wasn't under any under guys that I was going to win that. Time Travel 1, there you go. Time Travel 1. So anyway, I hope that answers the question. Like, that's up to you. You can get Omega loot boxes in A13 on hunting hard. It makes a big difference. You can open those up, break them down, and sell them to apples and everything. It does help if you want to farm for Ascended. I just took it that I would just take the next time travel. I would boost the items from the working command and be able to sell more the next time because I can only hit so many on there. So, let's see. Do I have some commands I should use? I do. Buy a loot box, do a little training. I don't think I do. Yeah, there we go. And then I got a chance for a pet. All right. Now, I use all of the commands, all 6, all time, and I go up to there. I get it to 100% to actually make sure I got the pet, right? So that's just me. It's my style of doing it because the way... Well, I mean, you posted like 10 in a row. How could I not react to them, bro? Come on, man. And I almost think you need a hug. Do you need a hug, David? Is that what you need? New video, looking forward. If I had a spot in my coalition, I would take you under the wing and save the big. Yeah, I in those community games, I don't kid myself. I know that I'm not going to win a lot of them. Most people will leave me alone pretty much through most of the game. They'll either attack me right at the beginning or I get taken out at the end. But yeah, I don't ever really go into those games thinking I'm going to win. I just I love to be in there. People love to see them filmed. But yeah, I'm going to be going into another game probably tomorrow. I think we've got a 5-man group that wants to start a new one, so we should be good on there. But what I'm doing, Juicy, is I'm filming the videos and I'm posting them 6 to 7 days later. And so I was hesitant to film much con because I just get stream sniped on it. People will log in and watch the video if I post it the same day, and then they can react to me. You know, that game is so slow to move on a 24-hour game day that people can start to move troops around and get in a position to, you know, I can't change my defense up fast enough if someone watches the video. So what I do is I just post them 6 or 7 days in advance now, and I just started that today. So like tomorrow I'll film another video about something, and I'll put that to come out like next Saturday or Sunday, and then, you know, so that way I don't have to worry about getting a stream site. Do I have information about gambling? Yeah, don't gamble. Here you'll see, like I used to have this theory that you could just double your bet, right? So if I did coin flip heads 1 million, right, I would go, oh, I won 1 million coins. That's great, right? Well, look, I've got 51 billion coins at this point, right? So, but the most part is people will start to double up if you lose. So if I do 1 million and lose, I go to 2 million. If I do 2 million and lose, I go to 4 million. If I go to 4 million and lose, I go to 8 million. But what'll happen is you'll get to where you lose like 8 in a row. Like, it's just mathematics. It's going to happen, and then you'll have such a huge gap that you have to make, and then you'll have to put up like 1 billion coins to win that 10th or 11th battle. Just mathematically, it's going to happen. Was it worth it to risk 1 billion coins to win 1 million all the way back to your original bet, right? Because if you double your bet all the way through, you're still only winning the 1 million coins. So there's no use into it about gambling, man. But I could do it all day long, right? So I'll prove it on a smaller scale. Heads, like 1, right? RPG, so I won again. Coin flip, heads, 1. Okay, so now here I lost. So then people say, oh, well, just double your bet, right? So I double my bet. Oh, that one I won. And then if I go back through, but you'll see that I lost it, right? Coin flip, heads, 2. RPG, coin flip, heads, 4. RPG, coin flip, heads, 8. Now remember, that would be millions if I was still doing millions. Now I've lost 8 million. And then I have to go to 16, right? And then I lost again. So that's 16 million. And then I have to go 32. I lost 32 million now, right? So am I making my point? And then I have to go, okay, well, now I got to go to 64. So I'd be betting 64 million. And then I finally won. But was it worth it to go 64 million to win 1 million, right? Because in this case, it was 64 coins. I won 1 coin with all my bets. Because I had to put up all those coins up to that point, right? 32 and 16 is 48. Plus 8 is 56. Plus 4 is 60. Plus 2 is 62. Plus the 1 on original bet is 63. So I only won 1 coin. It just doesn't make sense over time. Like, you really have to get lucky. And whatever you do, if there's an event, do not gamble away the event stuff. Do not gamble away the event stuff. Like, it's definitely not worth it. Is that another pet? Yeah, it's another pet coming back. I think I should be close on all my pets. So hopefully that'll help you out with the gambling stuff. It's just, over time, it's not worth it. So I got another hour before this pet comes back. I think I'm doing dynamite still. Yeah, I got coins. But, so you can see how that goes. Any other questions? I'm just guessing at this point. Exactly. You guys are all finding the All Bots channel. I like it. So you can go in here and play these other games. So you can go in OWO Hunt. OWO, I think it's Battle. Gosh, I haven't played this in so long. There we go. Uh-oh. Is my team going to win? Oh, I got this guy was good. What was killing me on there? Look at that. He's got some kind of, he's got 3 special characters. No wonder. Man, that ain't right. Let's see if we give Juicy a cookie. Has she ever played it before? Ah, there you go. You got your cookie. What's your favorite color? Blue. Blue is my favorite color. Which also happens to be the color of your name in my YouTube chat. Imagine that. By the way, Juicy, I've got another DIY project coming. I talked to Miss B2 about it, and we need to do an area where we have a compost outside to compost like the chicken stuff for the garden, plus like any other kitchen scraps that we have, non-dairy, non-meat. And I'm going to do I need to flatten out a little piece of land on the edge of the property, and I'm going to put up a little grate because we have moles in the yard. I'm not willing to kill them, so we just kind of let them be. I mean, we got so much property that I'm not, 2.5 acres. I don't really care how many moles we have, but I don't want them getting in the compost and eating any of the bugs that are in the compost that are breaking everything down, right? So I'm going to do a 3-bin little contraption, but we're going to do it. I'm going to level out the bottom of the sand, and then put on like a little grate to keep them, or like chicken wire, hardware cloth, I guess it's a little small 1-inch squares, keep them out, and then flatten that out. I'm going to put cinder blocks and make 3 U shapes basically, and then we're going to paint it brown so it will match kind of the landscape. I might try to paint it camouflage just to kind of be fun with it, but then we're going to compost. So when I start it, it'll be in pile 1, and then after a week you move it to pile 2, and you aerate it by flipping it into the new bin, and then you could put all that in all your vegetable gardens outside. So that's going to kind of be one of my next DIY projects that I'll post. I might actually do a video for it, but 3 billion coins. So that'll be coming up soon, and I think we're going to be doing our seedlings in the kitchen. So we'll have some more pictures for the DIY channel. There we go, nice little epic loot box. And I made a level too, so type too fast. But, well, anyway, if there's no more questions, I'm excited to put it up there. But if there's no more questions, I'm going to go ahead and head out. I've got a lunch with a couple business partners for a venture that we're doing. So we just bought like a rental house. We invested in a franchise territory. We got a bunch of stuff that we're going over. So I'm going to meet them for lunch here soon. But anyway, I'll see you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me on the stream. I hope all the information was valuable.